Hello everybody and welcome back to All Access Wrestling, and we start up the night here with some Cruiserweight non-title action as the Cruiserweight champ Chris Jackson faces Elijah Owens 1-on-1, and Elijah Owens right out the gates doing a shoulder tackle, and Chris Jackson right back on the attack pushes the ref out the way and strikes Elijah Owens and nailed with a super kick. Elijah Owens goes down just like that. We start the night off with a non-title cruiserweight match between the AAW Cruiserweight Champion and Elijah Owens. What a great way to start off this episode of All Action Wrestling. It is I, the second best to ever do it, behind good old JR and his good old saucy barbecue sauce, Jalen Peters, and Chris Jackson, the man who won the Cruiserweight Championship episodes ago, now proving or trying to prove why he is the Cruiserweight Champion by defeating the man who believes he should be Cruiserweight Champion, Elijah Owens. And now Elijah just stomping away on Chris Jackson. Oh, Chris Jackson tried to move, but Elijah sees it coming. And Chris now has a counter for Elijah, and Elijah taking the momentum of Chris Jackson and chucking him up in the air. Elijah Owens, without a doubt, the most powerful cruiserweight in the division, just under 205 pounds. I mean, I don't really know if that's the weight here, but whatever. That's the limit the game gives me. Hashtag fourth wall break. And now a jawbreaker by Chris Jackson. And there have been a few rumors of who's going to join the cruiserweight division as well. Byron Stone, Kyle Tyson. Kyle Tyson is under 205. He is 204 pounds. But he's thinking about gaining some weight because he does not want to be in the cruiserweight division. I don't know why, Kyle. You could win the cruiserweight championship, Kyle. But anyway, oh, and a kick out by Chris Jackson. Elijah Owens, definitely a dangerous competitor. Chris Jackson needs to look out for, as he has had a counter for basically everything so far that Chris Jackson has thrown at him. Now he drops Chris Jackson on the back of his neck. And now Chris Jackson stomping away and kneeing the ankle. Oh my goodness, wearing down the leg of the Cruiserweight Champion. Knowing most of Chris's offense is high flying. And a kick out by the Cruiserweight Champ. And Elijah Owens has been all over the Cruiserweight Champ since the... Oh, and no, Chris Jackson with the leg sweep counter. Just as I was about to say, Elijah was all over him. And now Chris Jackson getting some offense on his own with a standing shooting star press onto Elijah Owens. And a drop kick by the Cruiserweight Champion as Elijah is dazed and needs to get a rest on the apron. And Chris Jackson, no, Elijah sees it coming. And Chris, not wasting any time with an Irish whip, a duck under. And now here we go, a tiger suplex by Chris Jackson, and the ref a little slow to get there, and only a 1.5 count. And now Chris Jackson, he lifts him up for the Death Valley driver. And going for another pin is Chris Jackson, and the kick out by Elijah Owens. Elijah Owens coming off a win last week against Sub-Zero Nick, looking to continue that wave of momentum by beating the Cruiserweight champ here tonight. And now Chris Jackson telling him to get up. And Chris Jackson looking for the Shogun dropkick from the top rope, but Elijah Owens sidesteps him, and a running bicycle knee strike by Elijah Owens onto the Cruiserweight champion. Now dragging him away from the ropes. Ring IQ looking to pin the Cruiserweight champ. No, and he nearly picks up a win over Chris Jackson. Elijah Owens playing no games here tonight, looking to already put an end to this match. It's only been about 5 minutes, and no, Chris Jackson sees it coming. And Chris Jackson with the implant buster onto Elijah Owens. And now Chris Jackson, he's going to go to the top rope for the corkscrew. Oh my goodness, what an amazing move. 2, and a kick out by Elijah Owens. that amazing corkscrew splash from the top rope. Corkscrew moonsault, corkscrew flash, whatever. And now he tries the double foot stomp to the chest of Elijah. And to see if that puts him away, and Elijah still only being able to kick out at one. Chris Jackson throwing almost everything at Elijah Owens. And Elijah Owens just refuses to even let him get a 2 count. And now he tries a springboard 450, but Elijah moves out of the way. Oh, and Chris Jackson nails him with the super kick. And Chris Jackson with the spring. Oh, he tried the springboard cutter. But Elijah Owens sees another one of Chris Jackson's moves coming. Oh, and now he tries a roll-up pin right here. No, and a kick out by Chris Jackson. Now Chris Jackson tries another move, but Elijah sees it coming. And Chris sees Elijah's kick coming. And Elijah sees Chris's grab coming. And now striking away on the Cruiserweight champ, Elijah Owens. Now he tosses him into the corner, doing head smashes on the turnbuckle. Now Elijah Owens tired just after that onslaught of offense. Now he's taking a little break, and now he's going to go right back on the attack of Chris Jackson. And Chris Jackson will not allow that big move, because you know if he does, it might be the end. And there it is! The springboard cutter! Chris Jackson nails him with the springboard cutter. This could be the end of Elijah Owens in this match. 2. No, and a kick out by Elijah Owens. What a match this has been so far. And it's not even for the Cruiserweight Championship. And these 2 men are going 100%. And a kick to the knee. And Chris Jackson to the middle rope for the sunset flip pile driver onto Elijah Owens. Ref, oh my God. And the ref might have just screwed Chris Jackson out of his victory here tonight. That was most definitely a 3 count, but I don't know what the ref was doing, but it wasn't his job. You're fired. We're hiring a new referee next week. I'm serious, y'all are gonna see a ref in a black and white shirt next week. I'm so sick of this. Now Chris Jackson telling Elijah to get up and tries a springboard forearm smash. But Elijah Owens sees it coming. And now Elijah Owens is going to go to the top rope. Is he going to reach Chris Jackson from all the way over there? No, he's going to tell him to get up. Elijah Owens isn't that crazy. Now Elijah Owens goes to the top rope for a double knee smash. Straight to the face of the Cruiserweight champ. No, and a kick out by Chris Jackson. Elijah Owens has to be frustrated at this point. He has nailed Chris Jackson with a lot of big moves, a lot of his big moves that normally put people away, and Chris Jackson just keeps kicking out. But that is why he is the Cruiserweight champion. Oh, and Chris Jackson with an uppercut. And Chris Jackson with a jumping clothesline. Now he picks up Elijah Owens and a knife edge chop, and Elijah Owens delivers one right back. Chris Jackson, though, tries to running hard Kinrana, but Elijah sees it coming, and Chris sees his move coming, and a clothesline into the turnbuckle by the Cruiserweight champ. And now Chris Jackson looking for the slingshot leg drop on the back of Elijah Owens' head. Now Chris Jackson going back up to the top rope, looking to nail Elijah Owens with another corkscrew moonsault. This could be the end of the match right here. 1, 2. No, and a kick out by Elijah Owens. And you can hear the fans. This is awesome. This is what all action wrestling is all about. It's all action wrestling. Chris Jackson now telling Elijah to get up. This isn't even for the Cruiserweight Championship, and these 2 men are pulling out all the stops to put each other down. As Chris Jackson misses the springboard outside dive. And now Elijah Owens throws Chris back into the ring, looking to put an end to this match once and for all. And Elijah Owens for the shooting star press, but Chris Jackson sees it coming and says, nah, we're not going to allow that. And a running hurricane rana by the Cruiserweight champion. Elijah Owens pulling himself up with the ropes. And Chris Jackson knocks Elijah Owens out of the ring. Another This Is Awesome chant. And a Spaceman plancha but the Cruiserweight champion outside of the ring. Chris Jackson catching Elijah Owens with all of that move, all of that momentum, all of that weight down on Elijah Owens. Oh, and Elijah Owens sees the big move coming, and now a kick to the knee. Oh, and a short range clothesline, a pullback clothesline on the Chris Jackson. Now he's just trying to wear down the Cruiserweight champion. Now Chris Jackson trying to get out of it. And Chris Jackson with another jawbreaker gets out of the rear naked choke. Not really rear naked choke, but whatever. And now Chris Jackson, he lifts him up and drops him down on the back of his head. What a move by the Cruiserweight champion. And Chris Jackson now looking to put an end to the match with the implant buster onto Elijah Owens. Never get the replay system right, whatever. And now Chris Jackson looking to put an end to this match and Elijah Owens. And that's it. Congratulations on your well-deserved victory here tonight, Chris Jackson.
Here is your winner, Chris Jackson. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Japan, the Action Wrestling Women's Champion, Cutie Pie Suzuki.
And here we go. The new AAW Women's Champion, Cutie Suzuki, after winning the championship in the last episode against Denise Woods in a triple threat match. Well, Denise Woods and Andrea Watkins. Now looks to continue that momentum. Oh, Lisa Cardinale slamming her down in this one-on-one match. Cutie Suzuki on your left in the white. Lisa Cardinale, the one in the ring, and her sister on the ring. Well, not really on the ring apron. Outside, Marissa Cardinale. And Cutie Suzuki looking to ride that wave of momentum from last week by getting another win here against Lisa. And now the refs, pushing these two back. Cutie Suzuki was a part of the challenge that Denise Woods proposed to Jordan Diamond last week. Cutie Suzuki took advantage and became the 4th ever AAW Women's Champion. First was Hannah, then Violet, then Denise, and now Cutie Suzuki. And the first Japanese-born AAW Women's Champion in history. The first ever to ever do it. She has to be extremely proud of that honor. And you know she wants to hold that title for a long time in a Hurricane Rana onto Lisa. And Cutie Suzuki does not play any games. She may look all nice, sweet, and innocent, but when she's in that ring, all action, hard hits, octopus stretch, stuff like this. Wearing down Lisa, choking her out, wearing her down, making her lose breath. Can't fight without breath, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you know that. Now Lisa Cardinale fighting out of the submission. Cardinale, one half of the Cardinale sisters. Oh, and just a face slam to the mat by Lisa Cardinale, and now dragging Suzuki. My goodness, that was a hard slam. And now face scrubbing her on the canvas, and with an elbow drop. And a cover going on. No, not even a one. Suzuki has to be feeling good after winning the AAW Women's Championship last week. but she knows now there's a target on her back. She knows now that every woman on the roster is going to come for her. She has to be able to defend at all costs and ready to fight whenever. And now Lisa wearing down the women's champ. And she knows that for a fact. She knows the challenges that comes with being the women's champ, and Suzuki is all ready for all of the challenges. As she breaks out of the submission hold by Lisa, and now she ascends the top rope. But Lisa sees it coming. Oh my Jesus, what the hard, quick strikes. And Suzuki kicks her off. And here she goes looking for the elbow. But Lisa knows better. That will hurt and that might put her away. And now Lisa Cardinale, dropping her on her face. I thought she was going to go for the Alabama slam. But no, she just falls backwards. And Suzuki with an enziguri to Lisa. Not allowing any room to rest. And now an octopus stretch by the AAW Women's Champion onto Lisa. Will Marissa get involved? Will Lisa tap? No, Marissa doesn't get involved. And Lisa counters with the sidewalk slam. For the time being right now, Lisa is in control and she slams Suzuki on the mat once more. No, now Suzuki is the one who's back in control with a single leg Boston Crab. But no, she's right there with the rope break. And now Suzuki telling Lisa to get up. Oh, and a huge hit to the back of the knee. And there it is. I don't even know what that move is called. I'm not a wrestling encyclopedia. Don't get on me. And here we go, looking for the win here to Marissa. Oh, Marissa cheering her on. And Lisa kicks out. Lisa kicks out. Suzuki looking dazed and confused. But this is the territory that comes with being the women's champ. Everybody's going to give you your A game every time you're in the ring. Oh, she looks for the double foot stomp. But Lisa moves out of the way. Now Lisa has her in a camel clutch. A low angle camel clutch on the women's champion. Oh, and Suzuki breaks out of it by tripping her up. Oh, and Lisa, she kicks her in the gut. And a huge DDT onto the women's champion. This could be the end of this match right here. 1, 2. No, and Suzuki manages to kick out. What a great match this has been so far. Great women's division action here on AAW. And Suzuki with an uppercut. Oh, Suzuki tries to kick to the gut, but Lisa catches it. And now Lisa looking for a Boston Crab. A Boston Crab by Lisa. And Suzuki trying to reach out of it, trying to reach for the ropes. Oh, and she trips her up too. And Suzuki, oh no, Lisa tried going right back on the attack, but Suzuki kicked her off. And now Suzuki with the backslide driver onto Lisa Cardinale. And you can see her now pointing at the elbow. She's ready to get it going. A knife edge and a chop and an elbow to the top of the head. Oh, and a kick to the gut. And now Suzuki, oh, she's going to go for the DDT that Lisa went for. Poetry. Just look at the cocky pin by the women's champion. And that's it. My goodness. Stealing her move and doing an even cockier pinfall. And Suzuki picks up the victory over Lisa Cardinale. It is being reported that Jordan Dawkins, UFC fighter, MMA standout, is reportedly interested in joining All Action Wrestling. Jordan Dawkins will be the second, not the first, but the second person who participated in boxing, MMA, or UFC to jump from the professional fighting world to professional wrestling. The first man to do it was Sheldon a couple of years ago, and Jordan Dawkins is reportedly thinking about making the leap from the octagon to the squared circle. And now we have our reporter, Travis Douglas, backstage, asking Greg Griffin, out of the first of many superstars he's going to ask, what he thinks about Jordan Dawkins jumping ship to possibly join AAW. We're back here on All Action Wrestling, and oh, Evan Goldman jumped from behind by the super athlete, Kirk Anthony. Kirk Anthony, the super athlete, doing super athlete things, throwing punches that don't even look like they hurt, but apparently they do, because Evan Goldman is just taking them. And now Kirk Anthony having to be restrained back by security. When has that ever worked? But apparently it does here. Hashtag fourth wall break. This game is fucking retarded. But anyway, Evan Goldman still has a match against Timothy Bryant to do. And now Timothy Bryant taking advantage, throwing him in the ring. And Timothy Bryant, former AAW champion, knows all about taking advantage. He is the longest reigning AAW champion after all. And Timothy Bryant with the step up enziguri, wasting, excuse me, dear God, wasting no time. And now looking at him pointing and bragging. And now Timothy Bryant still gloating and bragging, telling him to get up. And now Timothy Bryant with the face wash, face scrubbing with his foot across Evan Goldman. Now Evan Goldman being dragged to the middle of the ring, and Timothy Bryant looking for a pinfall victory here, and a kick out by Evan Goldman. Now Timothy Bryant with an elbow to the face. Evan Goldman has not been able to get out of the gates here since being attacked by Kirk Anthony. Oh, and he tries a back elbow, but no. Evan sees it coming, and another stiff elbow from Timothy Bryant. And now Timothy, oh no. Timothy has his move counted in a scoop slam. Let's all just act like that, you know, Fairly Odd Parents float didn't happen. It's a game. Stuff happens. And now Evan Goldman with a duck under. Oh, and a huge arm drag, chucking Timothy Bryant across the ring and now kicking him in the shin. Or whatever he kicked from wherever. And now another Irish whip by Evan Goldman and another beautiful arm drag. Oh, and a running knee strike taking down the former AAW champion. And a kick out at one by Timothy Bryant. And now Timothy rolls out of the ring. And Evan Goldman is right there, but no, Evan Goldman gets baited by the former AAW champion. Timothy Bryant knows all these tricks. You know, if you use these tricks, you might still be AAW champion right now. Might be. Come on, Timothy. You were a great champ. And now Timothy Bryant goes to the top rope, but Evan Goldman sees it coming, jumping high. Look at how high he jumped to get that knee strike. But Timothy sees it coming, goes for a blockbuster, or a forearm, or a diving headbutt. And it's countered by Evan Goldman. And Evan Goldman with an Irish whip, and no! Irish whip into the corner and misses whatever kick he was going for. And now Evan Goldman, Irish whip into the turnbuckle, and fakes out Evan Goldman and stops running at the last second. And now snapmares Evan Goldman down to the canvas. And here we go, falling backwards for the elbow drop is Timothy Bryant, spiking his elbow into the chest of the Golden Boy. And now Timothy Bryant looking for the Lion Salt. The Lion Salt looking to put away Evan Goldman. 1, 2, no, not even a 2 count, a kick out at 1, and nearly a 2 by Evan Goldman. And now Timothy Bryant stomping away, and Evan Goldman reversing with a drop kick. He sees the window of opportunity, and he countered with a drop kick, and another drop kick by Evan Goldman. And now Evan Goldman going out to the ring apron, does a knee in Timothy Bryant, just out of range, just out of the distance that Evan Goldman needed. And now Timothy Bryant, hard Irish whip into the turnbuckle, and a code breaker by the former AAW champion. What a sequence, what a maneuver by Timothy Bryant. Now looking to put this match away. 1, 2, no, and a kick out. What will it take to put away Evan Goldman? Timothy Bryant now turns around, a bleeding Evan Goldman, a very bloody Evan Goldman, and he whips him back down with a snapmare and just drops backwards for another elbow straight to the middle of the chest of Evan Goldman. Timothy Bryant has been all over Evan Goldman here, and Evan Goldman needs to mount some type of offense if he wants to win. And Timothy Bryant laying down the law. Oh, and a shoulder tackle. And now a belly-to-belly toss. Timothy Bryant just destroying Evan Goldman right now. And you can thank Kirk Anthony for that. And now he takes him down and starts clubbing blows down on Evan Goldman. Evan Goldman not in a good place. Oh, Evan Goldman. Timothy Bryant. Oh, he runs straight into it. One clothesline. Reverse atomic drop. And Evan Goldman with a leg drop. Signs of life. A front drop kick. Evan Goldman having life back in him now. Evan Goldman now ascends to the top rope. Looking for a big splash by Evan Goldman. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out by Timothy Bryant. Evan Goldman has been down this whole match, but you know he is now coming back with the offense. The fury of strikes of Evan Goldman. Look at him sweep down Timothy Bryant by his feet. And now Evan Goldman, Irish whip onto the ring apron. Timothy Bryant hangs on. Oh, he counters. And now Timothy Bryant looking for another diving headbutt, but Evan Goldman sidesteps him once again. And now Evan Goldman picks up Timothy Bryant for the burning hammer. The burning hammer by Evan Goldman. This could be the end of the match. Crawling for the cover. As you can see, he's very tired, very worn out by this match, but Evan Goldman picks up the win over the former AAW champion. Congratulations to Evan Goldman.